is a dragon tree. And it was used as the backdrop in the Marilyn Monroe film, Some Like It Hot, in 1958. So we just walked through the Dell, which is a hotel. And yeah, it looks pretty fancy. We're gonna have to check out how much a night there cost. It was very fancy. There was some sort of a conference or a company having not a retreat. What do you call it? Not a conference. An event. Yeah. But we probably passed like, hundreds of people, or 100 plus. It looks very fancy. So yeah, we'll have to check it out. And Coronado seems very cool. It's like a cool little beach town. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty nice up here though. So we're out here in San Diego, and I think technically I'm right at Pacific Beach, and we're staying between Pacific and Mission Beach. And it's great out here. It's a Friday. We've been here a couple days. So far I've managed to not get sunburned too much. A little bit of sunburn. I missed a couple spots in my arm. But overall, it's pretty good. It's an amazing place. The weather has been absolutely perfect. In the mornings, it's a little overcast. Apparently they call it June gloom. So it's a little foggy, not fog, but sort of overcast, and then it burns off. Like today, it was like 10:30, the sun was out. A couple days ago, it took maybe till like 1, but it actually stays a little cool because it's breezy. The temps out here have been like 60 to 72 or so. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. You can tell there's more people out here now that we've hit the weekend. So today's Friday. It seemed like there were a few more folks out here on Thursday. And yeah, right now, there's a lot more folks out here. But, depending on where you're at, there's plenty of room. If you're on the sidewalk over here on the boardwalk, occasionally it feels a little crowded, a little claustrophobic, but it does open up a little bit in different areas. And then if you walk all the way down, there's like a seawall down that way. It's like 2 miles. It's there's way fewer people, and we walked this morning for a couple miles right on it was low tide, so we walked right on the shore, and there's plenty of room. There's a few hundred feet you could walk, and it's not bad. So anyway, I'm gonna keep walking around. I'm actually gonna head over to a spot called Amplified Brewing, which is right over here, very close to us. And that's one of the draws of San Diego. It's just all the beer and all the breweries. And there are tons of tap rooms, lots of places to get beer. We don't have a car, so it's slightly more challenging, but we're just getting Ubers to various places. Anyway, we'll check out some more spots brewery-wise in the next day or two. But I mean, ideally, you go to certain spots that have multiple selection. Of course, you can get beer at the store and all that, but it's kind of cool to check out some of the breweries. It's just hard because there's so many of them. So I'm gonna head over to Amplified now, check out some of the beers, sit up on their patio, and watch the waves roll in. Okay, I've ordered the Amplified Aleworks Leggy Blonde, the Lost Abbey Carnival, and then St. Bernardus Triple, which is a Belgian, one of my favorites, so I couldn't pass it up. And then we got the Amplified Stratocaster, which is a hazy IPA. So that's the odd one out. And a couple people gave me a few fun, I mean, this is lunchtime right now. A few people gave, I mean, everyone's drinking beer, but funny looks just because I set up the camera, I'm drinking by myself. But it's not as weird as you would think. It's a little weird, but just me drinking beer by myself. There's dogs in here too. So the Amplified Leggy Blonde was a Belgian blonde. It was more bitter than I would have expected, but good. It had a good Belgian character. This Lost Abbey Carnival is a Saison, one of my favorite styles, farmhouse ale. It is 8%, and kind of surprisingly, it's not nearly as bitter, you know. Not surprising, but you know, you have one after another, and you're like, I would have expected this to have a little more bitterness. But it's only because the bitterness was on my mind from the first one. But I enjoy this one a lot. It's very like malty, very like soft mouthfeel. All right, so the last beer that I'm drinking here is the Burgoyne Stratotoine. It's S-T-R-A-T-A. Nope. S-T-R-A-T-O-O-I-N-E. It's a hazy IPA, and it's just like fucking murky, muddy situation here. And it's very tropical, but there's also like some kind of weird vegetal thing. It smells like not that great. Some part of it is a little weird. And there's almost like no bitterness. Very hoppy aroma, but almost no bitterness. Very soft, creamy mouthfeel though. But yeah, no bitterness. Super hoppy. Aroma. Maybe a little flavor. And I think I tipped about a 33% here, so tip your servers, folks. Overall, Amplified was really great. There were more beers than I expected, and a selection of Belgians, which I also wasn't expecting, but I love Belgians. And usually I try and drink the kind of beer that the place is known for geographically. West Coast, you got IPAs, West Coast IPAs, and now hazy IPAs are very popular. So I tried a couple of those. But there's also a couple of Belgian breweries out here, or at least Belgian styles, so check those out, and they were great. The people seem pretty happy with the food, and you can't beat sort of the atmosphere. Like I think it's the closest brewery that I could walk to very easily. That is basically where I could watch waves come in and see the boardwalk, and well, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. The server was awesome. Very chill. It's quiet in there. I mean, it's basically lunchtime. So I'm gonna head back out to the boardwalk, head back to the Airbnb, and see what's going on next. So I'm out here on the Pacific Beach boardwalk here, and there's a gentleman who started yelling at me over there. But anyway, it's a nice morning out here. Decided to head north on the boardwalk here. Sunscreen up pretty good, so if I look extremely pale or like I have makeup on, it is sunscreen. So today turned out a little bit different than I expected. It's still going to be a great day, but I was planning on heading up to the Ezoic office today, which is maybe like 30-45 minutes north of where we're at here, and hang out with my friend Sarah and some of the other team at Ezoic. But Sarah had some travel complications or something like that, was unable to be at the office today. I'm leaving tomorrow, so unfortunately we'll have to hang out some other time in the future, or maybe I'll come out to San Diego again. But anyway, we're making a day of it. We got a bunch of things planned. We're gonna head over to Coronado Island, I believe, and a couple breweries, couple restaurants, which pretty much that covers what we do most of the days. Walk outside some, enjoy the water, maybe have some food and drink some beers. That's kind of what we've been doing. So anyway, I just realized I have quite an interesting ensemble. The sweet hat, which actually is a super comfortable hat, but the shirt, I mean, the whole thing clashes. So, I mean, I'm not here to win any fashion awards. There's not any to win. So anyway, we're just gonna walk along the beach here and maybe grab some breakfast, something like that. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if anything catches my eye. Let's keep going here and I'll tell you a little bit about the trip so far. So this is the exact spot that I was at the other day, like over the weekend, and well, it was packed. It was like a zoo out here, so it's pretty interesting to see. You know, this is a Monday morning, so it's pretty quiet out here. There's a couple of vendors, not too many. It's like maybe 9 o'clock, but yeah, over the weekend this place is super packed. The beach is totally full, and the sidewalks are full. Restaurants were all packed over here. Just people were sitting over that away, and yeah, it's much more peaceful on a weekday. We didn't venture out too much over the weekend, especially into like the restaurants and stuff. Funny story, we actually went to bed super early on Saturday night, like 9 o'clock or something, and it was, you know, the party was just getting started out here. So anyway, there's some construction going on over there. I'm gonna shut her down for a second. So I'm heading away from the beach over to Mission Boulevard over here. And there's a ton of stuff right on the beach, but there's even more away from the beach. So I'm gonna just walk up here for a couple blocks and I may get some food. I'm not 100% sure. I'm a little hungry, but not too hungry. And we've been eating a lot, so I'm just trying to manage that beach body, you know. I never lived in a resort town or anything like that, but obviously people live here and work, and it's just normal. It's not it doesn't feel like a resort town to them maybe, but I was gonna say there's a grocery store, or there's a Taco Bell behind me. It's all normal stuff that you might expect. But you don't think about it, you know. Maybe you don't think about it too often, but yeah, there's just a bunch of normal stuff, grocery stores, and it's like 1 block away from the beach. Not even a block. I mean, it's a really sort of like tight area here. So yeah, just tons and tons of stuff, and it's a little overwhelming. I'm not sure what it would be like to live here, since it is such a resort kind of place, and it would always feel like vacation, which maybe, you know, pros and cons on that for sure. A couple people have noticed that I have a camera out, but not too many. Still feels a little awkward. One thing is there's actually, I haven't noticed nearly as many people vlogging or filming as I would have expected, because sometimes you just see people out anyway. Like in my area in Colorado, occasionally someone else has a little vlogging setup like I have, but I've seen like 2 people filming with like DSLRs, very few. I am a sucker for breakfast, well, all meals. Anyway, I am getting hungry. I saw a sign. Gotta cross the alleyway here. It's you can't see very well, so gotta peek around the corner. Anyway, I saw a sign. I'm gonna head, get a little food here. The food was great. There were some people sitting right next to me, so I didn't want to record too much and bother them, disturb them. But I ate half. Bring the other half for my wife. I think they put truffle oil on the tater tots. It's really good. I got the California special, which I think there's like ribeye in there, avocado, egg, some other thing. Yeah, it's good. I want to eat the whole thing, but I told my wife I'd bring some back for her, so I need to get a to-go cup. Hope no birds get it while I walk away, and then get it over to her without eating the rest of it. It was really good. Really good. All right. Oh yeah, and this place is called Mission in Taza, or no, in Taza at Mission Beach. Let's try again. In Taza at Mission Beach, Mug and Grub. What are your thoughts about the breakfast burrito?
This morning's breakfast burrito was maybe the best food that we've had in San Diego. It was just straight up delicious.
What was your favorite part?
The filling and the shell.
Nice. What was in the filling?
Just deliciousness. It tasted like there might have been a little bit of truffle oil.
Ooh, yeah, truffle oil.
And this
avocado.
Avocado, yes. What kind of meat?
I think it was ribeye.
Yeah, it was very, very good. And then we got a little side of tots that had some arugula. Was that what that was?
I think so, yeah.
Arugula and
Classy.
some cheese. Yeah, and you got it at just a coffee shop down the road, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was a good spot.
You never know.